Okay, so we repotted one, two, three, four, and then five back here. Five plants, all of them being hibiscus. And the last thing I'm going to do here, so these are most of the plants that uh, I actually have. There's one, two, three, four more potted plants in there, but they're two gardenias. Not exactly sure which variety. It just says shrub on there. Man, it is hot. Okay, and then I have a Peggy Martin rose that I just got last week, and that thing came out. I don't know if you can see a little bit here, but it's actually a pretty big plant already. So and it's already growing a lot of new little shoots. So I'm pretty excited about that. Right now, I just want to do some measurements of my Crown Princess Margarita from David Austin, which is this one, which is in one of the first videos I did about gardening. It's this one stem has come up quite a bit. It's got a couple coming out on the side right here. I'm sure that's gonna come out too good, but yeah, we'll see. This is supposed to be a climbing rose, not so much like a rambler style, but a climbing. I've seen a couple examples of it on YouTube, and it looks kind of. I don't know. I've never really seen one too big, so I don't know how bushy it's gonna get. I kind of like bushier plants, and this one looks like it's gonna grow very just like it's just one growing really strong straight up. So let's measure that right now. So today is July the 5th, 2026 for the my little private journal recording or my video journal recording. And right now we're sitting at about 18 inches right here, like that, to the top of this little stalk right there, or stem. This is 18 inches for this main one, which is it's grown quite a bit. I know that for sure because when it came, it was like maybe to like right here, and it's grown a lot, so that's cool. But it's growing pretty fast. So, and in this super hot weather, I can't ask much of it. So, I'm hoping they survive. These are the two that I'm most worried about, which is this one, the Crown Princess Margarita from David Austin, and the Elizabeth from David Austin, which is this one, which I'm not going to be repotting anytime soon, really. Even though it looks like it's a very big plant, and I'm pretty sure that from all the research I've done, you want to have this still not under the dirt. But I kind of want to get it established here and get it acclimated to this weather before I do anything um, crazy like repotted and cause more stress. I kind of wanted to get acclimated first. Not sure if that's a good or bad idea. If anybody has any tips on that, and if anybody watches this video, because my last video, I think it was only like 8 views or something like that, which is not a big deal. But if there's somebody that knows a little bit more than I do, which I would imagine there is for sure, people that know more, maybe they could tell me if you know what, just do it now, and yes, put that knot under the dirt. From what I've seen, they say you want to do that, but I'm also worried I don't want to repot it in this weather right now because it's getting to like 90, 99, even 100 degrees out here in the 10 zone 10A in Edinburgh, Texas. But this one's also giving me a bunch of new growth right here on this corner. Also some new growth right here, some new growth there. All of that is super new. Um, and you can't expect much when they get shipped to you, just because there's also a lot of new growth on this bottom side here. Um, they get tossed around in the box and stuff. And this one had big stems that were just broken off. So one of them was on this corner down here. It was coming. It would have been like more like a V shape on this Crown Princess Margarita, and now it's just one coming straight up, which is kind of a bummer. But you know, that's just the way it goes. Same for this one. This one had a couple of broken stems on the inside, so I'm hoping that it's. I mean, this one looks like it's growing pretty good too. It looks like it's a lot slower of a grower than the Crown Princess, but you know, I don't know too much about these roses yet. I have always wanted to grow roses. That was even before I got into my house plants. I always wanted to do roses. I just love roses, and even just like the classic red rose is probably my favorite flower ever. Aside from peonies, peonies are my favorite, but I can't grow those at all here, so not even gonna try it. So roses are for sure something I would like to grow, and I know it's possible to grow them here. I'm just worried about the variety that I can get. So I'm gonna experiment. It's a very expensive experiment, but I'm gonna try it because if they do come out nice, awesome. I did see a video where they said that in higher temperatures, the flowers aren't going to be as big, especially on these roses, the David Austin roses. I think these two are some of the newest varieties they have, and some of those videos were pretty old, so maybe these weren't available there yet. Maybe they'll do better in the heat, but that's just like me hoping and dreaming. Because maybe they won't. I have no idea. I haven't seen any roses here in the Rio Grande Valley, like huge roses that you see on YouTube, like those really big old roses. I've never seen one, and I'm sure that people do have them. I just don't know them, and they probably have them in their backyard somewhere, and I can't just be going looking at people's backyards. But for the most part, all I see is small little tiny roses, like the knockout roses, the mini ones and stuff like that. And even then, I see those at the store, and they're not really like established big plants. So like, I'm not too sure. I don't know if these are actually gonna get like those huge, awesome blooms. But yeah, so that's all of that I want to talk about. I measured that. Did I measure this one? I don't know. Let's do it right. Right meow. This one is around 14 inches at the highest, which is this little piece right here. So 14 inches. This one, the highest one, is around 17 to 18. I think we already got all the measurements here. And these are the ones that I care about now because that one, this one right here, obviously already grew like huge. So I didn't record that, but just for reference, it was like this size, like I said earlier. So, and I've had this one maybe 2 to 3 months now. I don't know. I lose track of time, but it's been a little bit. I kind of feel like Gandalf or like any character in the Hobbit movies or the Lord of the Rings with this thing. Like I feel like it's surrounded by plants, you know. The Peggy Martin. I mean, it's pretty huge actually. Given the price that I paid for it, and the shipping was like kind of expensive, like $20. Um, but it's definitely a lot of plant for that money, so that's cool. In comparison to everything here, I feel like not a lot of plant for the money. But these are growing way faster than some of these other plants, except that one. That one looks like it's growing pretty fast. I need to get like a trellis or arch for it. I need to, in another video, talk about the structure of my little garden. Because on this side where I have it right now, it does get sun, not morning sun, but like maybe 8 o'clock to like 9 o'clock. It starts getting the sun here, and especially in this corner right here. Against the fence, it kind of doesn't until like 11 or 12. Then it'll get sun till about 2 or 3. And at that point, it's like stupid hot. And it's in the corner, so imagine that. It's like more like an oven. Lately, there has been a lot more wind. But I feel like it might be too hot there for some of the plants. I don't know. So I've been debating on just like making it like a center garden here. Like I said, I got two raised flower beds or garden beds, whatever. And I kind of want that to be the front or the rear of the design, and then all these find ways to do it. I do want to keep some of them in containers. I kind of want it to be a mix of like raised bed slash container in the nicest way I can make it look, because I kind of like that structured look. And it kind of sucks that I live in an apartment, and it does have a nice backyard, a pretty decent backyard, and I would like to do a lot with it. But one, it's hot. Two, it's not mine, so once I do it, I can't really take it with me if I do leave anytime soon, which I kind of don't think I am, but you never know. Um, so I'm struggling with the design and all that because there's this one channel that is called Grow for Me. I want to say it's Grow for Me. It's these two guys, really awesome guys, and they have like an awesome eye for design in general and like pairings of plants. Like I watch their videos all the time, and they're pretty awesome people too. They seem really cool, and they seem to really love their plants, and they are very knowledgeable. So I would like to. They're the inspiration that I have for a lot of the things I want to do, but I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how. And they don't seem to have a lot of hibiscus, so that's kind of what I have here, just because it seems to do well here. And I don't know how I can work that in with other stuff. I need to learn a little bit more about the plants that I can pair with these, like little grasses and other little things that just add a little bit of variety to it. and then how I can structure all this together, it's hard. But for now, I'm just collecting these plants, taking care of them, making sure they're doing good, and then the structure comes later, I think. Hopefully. So I'm still working on figuring that out, figuring out to put it over here, put it over here. I don't know. So now let's move to the cucumbers because they have been going crazy, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm also a little bit nervous, but let's do that and then we'll end this video. Okay, so these are my cucumbers. I don't remember how many I planted. It was a lot, and I didn't anticipate for them to get this tall. As you can see, the tip over here is almost to the height of the fence, which is about 6 feet or so, 7 feet. They're freaking huge, man, and they're so funny too. Like these little vines that come out of them and just like hook onto anything. I did not expect for them to grow this big and this fast. This is maybe 2 to 3 months old, maybe less actually. I don't know. I should have written it down. Um, but I planted them, and well, for reference, in the last video, you could see what they were, because they were like up to here, I want to say, in the last video. And we're talking about maybe 3-4 weeks ago now. So they're growing. Like every day they grow about 6 inches, something like that, as of right now. In the beginning, they were kind of like here, then here. And then once they got like up here, they just been going. This weekend alone, when I started on Friday, they were at this bar at the top of this little trellis. They were at the top of that. Now they're about 1.5 feet above that. And they have a lot of little flowers. I don't know if someone's going to come up, but if I'm not mistaken, those turn into the cucumbers. I did, and I want to talk about this a little bit. I did feed all my plants, even these, with the heirloom roses, like fish emulsion. And man, I was not prepared for the smell of that. That was pretty nasty stuff. I couldn't believe it. But I fed all the plants that. It was on Friday or Saturday morning, and I also fed these. So I'm hoping that helps them shoot up a little bit more and give me some good cucumbers. Because I've attempted this a long time ago, maybe like 12, 15 years ago. I tried to grow cucumbers at my parents' house, and they didn't do good at all, from what I remember. These look like they're monsters. So that's the update. They're well over 3 feet, as you can see. That's about 6 feet or so. But yeah, there's a bunch of little, hopefully soon to be cucumbers. I forgot how long it said on the packet that it would take for them to grow, like the cucumbers, like to give off. I think it was like 70 days, which we're getting close to that. So yeah, and look how far it's going all over here. They're not really growing this way at all, except we have a couple on this side that are kind of springing this way. I might need to add more trellis or something back there, because I did see that you want vertical growth, and that's how you get big old cucumbers or big old fruit. So we're gonna try that. But yeah, for reference, I'm even gonna reference my last video to this one, and the amount that it's done is crazy. I'm gonna try to edit this video today and maybe post it for tomorrow or Tuesday. Today we are Sunday, July the 5th, 2026. So yeah, that's the whole garden that I have so far. It's awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to see if I can get some cool structure going on, but that'll be in the future. And also, I need to save money, because if I had the money, I would have just bought all new pots for all of them, but I don't. I need to take my time and just, it'll happen.